Hello. So if you're watching this, then you've been asked to try out Visual Intelligence Survey. It's still under development. I got probably a few more weeks to go, but I wanted to get some people testing it out while it's still in its final stages. So a high-level view of what Visual Intelligence Survey is. Visual Intelligence Survey focuses on using Tableau, which is a visualization tool, to analyze your survey results. So what I found was a lot of survey platforms like Qualtrics and SurveyMonkey and Question Pro, they didn't really have any robust reporting tool. So a lot of people were doing was exporting data out, cleaning it up, and then connecting Tableau, creating kind of custom dashboards. So what I created was an all-in-one tool that does all that for you. So instead of having to export the data, purchase and learn a data transformation tool, purchase and learn Tableau, and then weeks later finally be able to analyze your data in Tableau, and then you have to do it all over again for the next survey, you can use my survey platform and create a survey using its Tableau inspired features and then skip straight to developing dashboards or viewing your data in our pre-built out Tableau dashboards. So you don't have to wait, develop, learn, or purchase any software. You'll just use mine, and you can save a whole bunch of money, a whole bunch of time and effort. So that's kind of how my value proposition works. Um, so let's just jump straight into it. So this is going to be the website. I'll include this link in the URL. In the email, it's still under development, so don't judge it too much. But all you will do is scroll down to the plans, hit join this plan. You'll type in your information here. So we'll type in, and then select the 14-day free trial. All right, now type in your credentials that you just created, and this will take you to the survey platform. All right, so here is the survey platform. This is how the dashboard page will look. Like I said, it's still under development, but there'll be a video here and a video here explaining some things. But what you need to do is go to survey, my survey, add new survey, type in the survey here. For this example, we're going to create one called product feedback, which I already have the dashboard created for, which I'll show you later on. Upload a logo here if you want, and create it. I'm going to show you kind of how the process flow works as far as adding questions. So you hit add questions here. You have all of the different question types, radio, multiple choice, drop down, matrix, ranking, comments, numeric, and zip code. Zip code is a special question type, which probably you haven't seen before. All you're going to do is ask respondent for his zip code in some manner. They will type it in, and then in the dashboard, they will actually plot the person's state and zip code so that you can kind of see where your respondents are within the US. For now, we're going to create the first question, which is going to be what is your age band? Or so I'm going to say the actual question text is please select an age band you fit in. The options will be down here, 16 to 20, 21 to 30, 30 to 40, and 40 plus. Now we have some features up here. Section headings is a way to group all of your questions. So in my survey, I'm going to have two section headings. I'm going to have demographic type questions, and then I'm going to have feedback type questions. So I'm going to go ahead and create those two now. And what this will help you do is help you filter down your questions by whatever section headings they are in when you get to the dashboard. So this is a demographic type question. Abbreviation is just a short snippet of what the question is. This will be used when selecting questions. So for this, I'm going to just do age band. You have filters and split graphs. Within the dashboard, you're able to filter the data by a question and also split the different graphs by the question. So if I want to filter the data by age bands and say only look at maybe 40 and up people, I will activate this as a filter and split graph. If I want to apply weights to my survey, for instance, if I want younger people to be worth more than older people, I'll activate weights and I'll say, these two are worth 2, and these two are worth 1. So instead of these people counting as one respondent, they're going to count as 2 now in the dashboard. For simplicity, I'm not going to use that one. And then if you want this to be a required question where they have to answer it, you hit apply here. The next question I'm going to do is gender. So that's going to be a demographic question. That is going to be a radio type question as well. I do want that to be a filter. I want that to be required, and the actual question text is, what is your gender? And the final question we're going to create is a zip code question. So zip code question is going to be a demographic question. The abbreviation for that is going to be location. I do want this to be required, and the actual question text is, please enter the zip code you live in. All right, I'm not going to fill out the entire survey, but in the dashboard it's going to have a lot more questions in this, but I'm just going to jump to some other features. So once you create all your questions, you can then edit the design template. So if you want to change some colors, change your font and text, you would do that here and then hit save. From there, you can do a conclusion page. So at the end of your survey, once somebody hits submit, it's like a little thank you message. So I'm just going to paste a little thank you message here, which will be shown once somebody finishes your survey. And then once you have all of this set, you kind of go back and look and make sure your questions are working like you wanted to, and how they look. You then preview your dashboard by hitting this preview button. This is how the end user is going to see it. It's going to be grouped by the different section headings. I only created 3 demographic questions, so they're going to come here. And then you can kind of play with it if you want. But one thing you won't be able to do is submit your survey. And it's because it's inactive. The reason you have to activate it is because once you activate it, there's no going back. You can't go back and change your questions. You can't add questions. You can't do nothing. So make sure you preview it and it's exactly what you want, because once you hit this activate button, you can't fix or change anything. So I'm going to activate the survey. From there, you're going to send it out. So you have a few options. You can use a link, copy and paste it in an email. You can send it through this actual application by importing a CSV file with all your email information, or you can type it in here. For this survey, we're going to use the link because I'm still working on the actual sending it within the application part. You can post it to social media if you want, but when you're ready to send it off, just copy this, paste it in your email, and send it out to your people. From here, you have a few different options up here. You can add a question bank if you want, which you probably don't have time to do. You have reporting, which summary report is just the standard bar charts and counts, just to kind of see how your survey is going. Tableau Inspired Output is exporting the data in a CSV. So if you want to create your own dashboards, you have Tableau, you can. And then what everybody wants, of course, is the Tableau Analytics. So the Tableau Analytics, you're going to get login information probably within the next hour. Once you get an email from Tableau, you sign up, create a password, and then you will use that username and password here to log in to my portal. You're only going to have one site, so it's just going to jump straight to this. There's two projects. There's VI Analytics, where it has the dashboard, the demo dashboard with the survey that I just started to create. And then we're going to have VI Analytics, which is going to have your dashboard and your data in it. The data is gonna start flowing through probably within 12 hours of your first response. So once you activate it, send it out, and somebody actually answers it and submits it, and within 12 hours of that, you'll start seeing your data come through, and it'll be refreshed probably every 3 hours or so. Until you do that, you can look at VI Analytics Demo, which houses the survey that we just created. So here you're going to have your different survey options. Right now we only have product feedback, which is a survey we started to create. Go to the results page, and you'll see we have a list of abbreviations, which are questions. Here we had the first one, which is age band. If I click on that abbreviation, I will see the age band percentages for everybody that answered it. You hover over it, you'll see a little bit more details. You'll see the question text here, and you will see when we activated this filter, the abbreviation as a filter, it showed up here as a filter. Another one was gender that we created. So the abbreviation for gender was gender. The actual question text was, what is your gender, male and female? And gender was also a filter because we activated that option, so it shows up here. The other question was location, which was our zip code question. Here you see we have a plot of all of the zip codes that people plotted, looking at a state level. You hover over it, you can see the information. If you actually click a state, you can then drill down and see where they are located within the state. Also down here you have a table where you can expand or despan to group the different responses. I wanted to touch on the filter and split graph. So remember we activated age band and gender, so they popped up here. They also show here. So we have up to 10 filters that you can use when you activate the option. You can use them as split graph and as filters. Everything that's down here as a filter is also a split graph option. So if you hit this little button here, this gives you a filter list and tells you what each of these filters are. So for instance, if I'm looking at an abbreviation or question called hourly rate, and I want to see this split by age band. Well, filter 1 is age band. I hit filter 1, and I can now see what the hourly rate is for each age band. Now if I just want to see this split by age band for only males, I then hit males, and now this recalculates for just males within each age band. So you can filter and split by any combination that you want. Up here we have abbreviation search. So if you have a long list of abbreviations, you just want to search for one, you enter the abbreviation text here, press enter, and it just filters down to what it has. If you want to just look at a certain section heading, for instance, you just want to look at demographic type questions, you hit demographics and they show just those questions here. Up here shows you the total respondents. So right now we are split by age band. So now we can see what the total respondents are by age band, just to identify what's, has the highest number of respondents and lowest number of respondents, so we can see if those values are really significant or not. You also can see that by hovering over them. At the top, we have a question mark, which has some information on the different features if you ever get lost. So here's kind of the full process. So go ahead and play with it. Tell me what you think, and please send me any feedback. Thank you.